All right, y'all, come on in. I had to park this video so that I could make sure I'm in a place where, plus it's traffic, so that I can make sure I'm in a place where my signal is consistent, and so that I am eyes on the road, so that I'm safe. Wanted to come in and update you guys on just kind of where things are. I pray that everyone is doing well. Hey, Visha, blessings to you. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Our declaration today has been a day, y'all. It has been a day, but it's been one of those days where, it's kind of like life in general. You have to just find a way to get to do what you can do in life, if that makes sense. I don't think that we will ever have a period in life where we're not going through something, where we're not having to believe God for something. And so it's like, if you can master the art of doing what you can do instead of focusing on what you're not able to do, it goes a long way. It shifts your mood, it shifts your perspective. And honestly, it's one of those things that it just helps me hang on to God, if I'm making sense. And so after the last broadcast, I've just been in a state of kind of keeping myself busy and just focusing on, doing what I know I can do, and trying not to focus on, the things that I'm not able to do. And so has it been an emotional day? Absolutely. It has absolutely been a very emotional day. It really and truly has. And so right now, my goal is to get a syringe, a oral syringe, so that I could get this dog some water in her system. I got a little dropper or something, but it is not getting her the amount of water that I know that she needs. Big girl is still eating though, y'all. That is just, listen, she gonna eat. If she don't do nothing else, she gonna eat. And so she's been eating, whatever I give her, she been eating. And she's drunk a little bit of water today. I've had to, of course, make her drink water. And I gotta say, my dog is so funny. Just loves to be praised. She just, listen, Walmart here does not have them in stock. So I went to get the medicine droppers from Walmart, but they don't have the oral syringes. It's something that you have to order online. So the Walgreens near my home actually has the oral syringes. And I believe they're about $8. So I'm gonna say $10 plus taxes, about $10 would get me the oral syringe, so that I can be sure that she's getting at least some water until she decides to drink on her own, if that makes sense. And so Bella has tripped me out today. I gotta just say that she has legitimately tripped me out. She loves, all of my dogs they love to be loved on. That's just something about my puppies. And so they love it when you say good girl, good boy. Listen, it drives them. And so I was sitting on the floor by her, giving her some water, and every single time she took some from the dropper, I was just like, good girl. And she would listen, she was eating it up. And so I had placed the water in a cup. She's real funny. She's y'all, she's funny. That's all I can say is the dog is funny. So, hey, Tara Edmondson. So when I was giving her, trying to give her water out of the dog bowl, sis was throwing her, she was having whole temper tantrums on me, get that away from me type temper tantrums. But with the medicine dropper, I rub her when she drinks some, and she was soaking it up. And so I put the cup, because I had gotten a plastic cup, and tried to give her some water. And she faked she was getting water, looked up at me where's my praise, mama? Where's my good girl? And I couldn't do nothing but laugh. It was the funniest thing. You're faking you're drinking out of this cup and looking up at me, waiting for me to tell you good girl. And so today has had its bright moments. Today has had its bright moments, but it has had its emotional moments as well. And so Right now, my goal is just to get her an oral syringe, so that I can get her some water so that she does not get dehydrated. And so can you type in on the screen what the goal is? The goal is $10. That is it. That is all that I need is $10. And this is just me doing what I can do. All I can do is, be patient, allow for her antibiotics to kick in and do their work. I have to be patient in letting her do, what she feels that, she needs to do. She probably knows that she needs to rest. And so I have seen some positive signs of, things looking a little bit better. And so I think that that's just life in general. All we can do is what we can do. We can sit there and focus on like the negative aspects of what we going through all day long, but it ain't going to change the situation. It's not going to move God's hand. It's not going to speed things up. It's not going to bring the breakthrough. It's not going to bring the miracle. But I think the miracle is like found in moments where we understand our role and we understand and respect God's role, because, sometimes you can understand God's role, but not respect it. I'm going to say that again. Sometimes you can understand God's role and not respect it. I'm going to say it one more time. Sometimes like you can understand God's role, but not respect it. What do I mean by that? Sometimes you can know that it's in God's hands, but you don't respect the fact that God is going to do it in this time again. So what do? We force it. We stress out. We worry. We beat ours. I pray that I'm making sense. That is like what we do. Like I could have sat there and for a minute today, when the vet was like, I've come to the end of my rope as a general practitioner, I can refer you to a specialist. Like, talk about a blow to like my system. Talk about a blow. Like, I could have sat there all day long focusing and moping on that. But it got to a point after the first broadcast and after my emotions calmed down, where I just had to say, okay, God, my role is to do the best that I can do. Your role is to heal. So if I'm going to get through this, if my dog is going to get through this, I'm going to have to respect your role in this situation. And so that's a whole word. Do you respect God's role? I mean, you can know that he's a provider. You can know that he's a way maker. You can know that he's a miracle worker. You can know that he is, who he says he is. But do you respect God's role in your situation? Do you respect God's role in the season of life that you are in? Do you respect it? Because I'm going to be real. There have been some moments in my life, even recently, where I have not respected God's role in the situation. I have not respected his role as provider. I have not respected his role as healer. Can I just be real? And it's like today was like the day where I had no choice but to respect the Lord's role. I pray that I'm making sense. I had no choice but to respect that, God, your role, only you can do this. Only you can do this. Nobody else can do this, God. Nobody else can do this. Only you can do it. And he's reminding me even now that it is in those moments where we actually put some respect on the fact that only God can bring us out of a season. Only God can bring the miracle that you're believing for. Only God can open that door. When you get to that point, then you can receive the miracle. Then you can receive the miracle. When you get to that point of understanding, straight up understanding. Hear me now. That only God can do it. Then you can receive the miracle. Then you can get your breakthrough. Because you ain't going to be trying to dibble and dabble. You ain't going to be trying to help God out. You ain't going to be rebelling against God, because it's already understood. His role is his role. The same way that we put respect on like police officers, people in the army, people in leadership positions. God is saying, put that same respect on my name. When you think about that situation, when you think about that promise, when you think about the thing that you're believing me for, make sure that make sure that you don't just acknowledge my role, but make sure that you have a certain level of respect. It's like growing up, right? As kids, there's a certain level of respect that you have for whoever raised you. And by respect, I mean there are certain things, certain lines that you are not going to cross. And if we can be real, many times we cross the line with God. Whew, I didn't expect this to turn into this. Many times we cross the line with God. We step over into his role. We try to micromanage him. We try to boss him around. But as a kid, we didn't do that to the people bringing us up. We didn't do that. There were certain things you ain't say as a kid to the people that in your household that were raising you. It was certain things that you didn't do. So why do we feel like it's okay to do it to God? We want him to bless us, but yet we keep stepping on his toes. So again, like, you can get to a point where, you understand God's role in your situation. But do you respect his role? Do you respect all the ins and outs that comes with his role? To respect his role means to also respect his timing. It also means to respect the way that he wants something to flow. This is not Burger King. This is not a have it our way situation. Yes, there are moments where things play out exactly how we want them to play out. Yes, there are moments where we get exactly what it is that we want. But then there are also moments, people don't talk about it, where things don't go the way that you want. Things don't move according to how you want. There are moments where God says, I'm not going to give you what you want. Do you respect it? Because if you can respect God's role, you can receive his best. Am I making sense? If you can respect his role, you can receive his best. And so today has just been a humbling day. It's been a day where God has made me put some respect on how he wants this. I've had no choice. None. I've had no choice but to respect his role today. And know that he's sovereign all day long, but a lot of times, even though we want to respect it, our actions don't be respecting his sovereignty. I said what I said. Our actions don't be respecting his sovereignty. We can understand, that he's a God of perfect timing. But a lot of times our actions don't respect God's perfect timing. Why do you say this, Apostle? Because we get impatient. We get all bent out of shape. We start doubting. We start speaking word curses. But when you get to that point where only God can do something, then you can receive. Where you respect that only he can do it, then you can receive his best. And that's it. That is it. If you can receive this, can you just simply tell God thank you? If you can receive this, can you simply just tell God thank you? Can you simply just say thank you, Lord? But that's it. So far, our goal was met. So I'm going to go into this Walgreens. I'm parked outside. God wants me to show you guys where I am. Just hold on. How do I flip the camera? Hold on. I don't know how to flip the camera, y'all. I was trying. This app is something. So as you guys can see, that is where I am, Walgreens. And so, all right. So Anything else that is sown is probably just gonna go towards like water. But for the most part, like my only mission with coming to Walgreens was to get the oil syringe. That is it. Hey Natasha, that's it. That is my only goal. I think tomorrow I do have some errands to run. I'm not gonna focus on tomorrow. I do know that I'm gonna need gas. I'm just about on E. I have to have some appointments tomorrow that I've got to go to. And so that is the only goal that I have from here. Whatever else is sown today is going to go towards like probably just getting me water. And maybe like some Crystal Light or something. I need something other than like water to put in my water. And whatever else is sown is just, it's gonna go in the gas tank. And so that is it for right now, y'all. That is it. You know, to those of you guys that are just now tuning in, like please like go back and like watch the replay of this video. I know that my videos today have been very emotional. Have been very emotional lately. I have not had the drive. And I've beat myself up about not having the drive that I usually have with broadcasting, because I actually love broadcasting. I actually love, you know, what God has me doing. It has just been a rough time that I've been having and trying to find balance, trying to recover. It has just been so rough to push forward. But I'm showing up every single day, as we all should, to give God something to work with. And so that is it, you know. That is it. Again, my only other goal is just gas. That is what I'm gonna need tomorrow. But that is it. I'm about to go into this store, and prayerfully they have exactly what I need. And I'm gonna go back home and we gonna get Big Girl some water. Like, she has been tripping me out today. Like, the dog faked like she was drinking. Y'all, I should have recorded it, y'all. She was faking. Like, she was laying on me. And I'll just share this to just make, she was laying on me, you know, because I was propping her head up. And, you know, just praising her, telling, you know, just loving on her. She listen, when I say she is so lovable, she's spoiled. And, you know, as she drinking out the little medicine dropper, she's she wait for like the pets. She wait for me to just say, good girl, mama, just good girl, and just love on her. And so I put the cup to her little mouth. She faked like she was drinking water. She faked, stuck her tongue, tongue didn't touch no water. And have the audacity to look up at me like, are you gonna rub me? Are you gonna tell me good girl now? You gonna tell me good girl? I'm waiting on you to tell me good girl and rub me. And the temper tantrums were hilarious too, y'all. The temper tantrums. I'm like, Lord, let me just leave this dog alone. Before I got the medicine dropper, y'all, you know, so she would sit up. She was laying down. She would sit up a little bit, and I bring the bowl over there. She just flop. I mean, y'all, I'm not talking about like easing down type flop. Like, the dog was flopping down so hard that I had to like put like a pillow under her head. She was flopping. Every time I bring that water bowl, like, flop. Listen, and she wasn't just flopping. Listen, she was doing the whole shebang, flopping hard. Listen, feet just a moving. Like, you know how little kids have temper tantrums? They fall out in the middle of the floor. They arms and legs be going. They legs and arms be going crazy. That was Bella. Bring that water bowl near her. Listen, if she think of some food, she'll sit up and eat that. Bring that water bowl, flop. Flop. I was, you know, and listen, it wasn't funny at the time, but like today when she was doing that flopping, that was serious. Cause I'm like, you gonna bust your head wide open, because I can't deal with that. Listen, just flopping. But today when she faked like she was drinking water, and listen, y'all, she did it several times. Hey, Miss Allen, couldn't do nothing but laugh, y'all. I could not do anything but laugh. She a whole kid out here, God. Like, why she acting like that? Like, but you'll eat but don't want no water. What? So, yes, y'all. And I mean, she's such a little diva. And, you know, when she, you know, I have her little puppy pass out too. And so it's like whenever she uses the bathroom, oh, she gonna whine because she don't want to sit in it. She gonna let you know, come clean this up and put me some new puppy pads down, because I don't want to be near this. I don't want to be on this, mama. Clean it up. So it has been interesting, to say the least. And so right now, I'm actually headed into Walgreens to get a syringe, a larger syringe, so that I can get her more water, just to keep her hydrated. And that's it. Everything else, again, I just need gas. That is the only other thing that I am going to need. And so that is it, y'all. That is it. Please make sure that you guys are liking these videos. It only takes a second for you. Just liking these videos. I can't see how many people are on here, but you know, just like the videos, you know. That's all I ask. The links for people to sow are still there. Everything that you guys are sowing is just literally going towards like right now needs. What I will say is I may need like $1 extra just to be on the safe side for Bella, because sometimes online and versus in store, Walgreens is different and they don't price match. And so I'm gonna say about $1 to $2, because I have $2 apart from what was sown. And so I'm gonna say $1 to $2 should be enough to make sure that I have exactly what I need to get this oral syringe. And so that is it, you guys. That is it. My right now goal is probably like between $1 to $3, just so I can be sure that I have enough to get the oral syringe if it is not the same price as it was online. But that is it. Can someone just can you type that in to $3? And so that is it, y'all. I'm about to get over here and go ahead and go in this store, and the goal was just met. I thank those of you guys that have been, you know, tuning in. Those of you guys that have been praying for me. I'm so grateful. Those of you guys that come onto these broadcasts and give, you know, your time to seeing what God is doing in my life. And so that is it, you guys. I'm about to get off here and go ahead in this store and head back home. But that is it. When God leads me to come back on, I will come back on. But that's it for now, y'all. So until next time, peace.